What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the shop, the channel, the bearing installs, drag installs, whatever you want to call it. So I'm working on my own personal reel here. It is a Daiwa Steez Limited ZPI'd. I've got a ZPI spool here with ZPI bearings. I'm just going through my personal stuff here when I've got time, and cleaning them and doing whatever maintenance I need on my own reels. I've got just baits drying and everything kind of just in limbo right now, so figured I'd knock out one of my own reels, and I've got a bunch more I've got to do. So I'm going to do a carbontex drag upgrade on this Steez Limited. It does not have a carbon drag. It's got kind of like, I don't know what this is. It might be a carbon composite. But I try to upgrade my Steezes and everything that I own with carbon drags and whatever else that needs to be done. So I'm going to do the drag install, make this reel smoother. And I might actually just run it dry, but I might use the Deuthlon power drag grease as well. So I don't know yet, but it comes with 3 drag washers there. You've got your metal washers, which I'm going to wipe off to get the dirty grease off, the old factory stuff. Pretty simple drag stack, and I'm going to upgrade it to a carbontex. Nice thing about carbontex, it kind of tells you what they can be used for. So this drag stack can be used on TDZs, Pixies, everything. I mean, pretty much all the stuff: Steezes, Steez HJs, Souls, Heartland, Salteast. So this is what they give you. Carbon drags, as you can tell. The normal stack, these are pretty smooth. These have a little bit of rough edge to them, so you can leave them in there for a little bit more bite. Or you can use a drag grease like the Deuthlon, or you can get Cal's drag grease. I'm going to use this since I'm doing this entire reel with the new product. See how it works. Just to see how that goes. Just because I've got a lot of people questioning and asking questions, and if it's worth it, and changing from what I've been using. And right now, no. I'm still going to be using the Daiwa grease and, Lucas oils and all that stuff on customer reels, just because it works very, very well. I've had nothing but success with those products, so that's why I'm testing on my stuff, so you guys don't have to worry about it. But this stuff right here, again, this is just this is like peanut butter. It's kind of thick. But I'm just putting enough on to smooth it out, kind of fill in the little holes and little crevices and stuff. Just enough. You don't need a ton of this stuff. You don't need to slather it on. You barely need a lot of it. So there's that first one. Drop on metal washer. Again, I could, if I had time, I would polish these up just to make a mirror finish, to make them really smooth. But currently, I don't have enough time because I've got more reels that need to be done, customers that need their stuff done. So I'm just doing this one really quick since it's my personal reel. So get this stuff on there. Probably could use a paintbrush or something like that, but my middle finger is always super easy, so go that route. All right, so this one's almost done. Put that on there, a little bit there, but it's all right. And then put the other washer on. This is the kind of like locking washer. And then the last one. Again, just putting a very light coat on. Half of it. Rotate around. Pretty gummy stuff. Make it nice and smooth. It's pretty good. I've already cleaned up the reel, so it's ready to go. I just have to re-oil and grease it with the new product. All right, so that is good to go. All right, so I'm done with that stuff. As you can see, I've got a bunch left. I mean, it would last you guys, like, if you don't have a ton of reels, it'll last you guys forever. For me, though, it's not going to last that long. All right, so I'm going to use some of the semi-fluid grease on some of these parts here. Semi-fluid stuff, just kind of painting it on some of these metal parts. I'm going to put it on these two gears. Brush it on there. See if I can get a little more of this. Brush a little bit on. I don't use it a lot. You really don't need a whole lot. Spin around a bunch. Put on some of these other parts here. Springs. Friction points. Get that off there. Some of these yoke posts, stuff that just has friction all the time. All right, it should be good. Sweet. So now I can put the main gear on. This guy on. And then just cleaning up the pinion gear and the pinion yoke. Just we're going to use a different grease as you saw in the other video. The only thing I wish about this grease, though, I wish I had a little bit of a dye to it. Not a dye like that hot sauce. That stuff's terrible. That stuff stains everything. But just some kind of a dye, just to make it a little bit more apparent on where it is. I mean, it's kind of nice. It doesn't have a dye, just... The dyes can really be terrible. Hot sauce dye is miserable. So those are the 3 bad drag washers. These can just go in the trash because I don't need them. Then put this guy on. And then we're going to go from the fluid grease to the ceramic gear grease. And we're going to do that on the main gear. Again, I am testing all this stuff to make sure it is legit. I've already put it on a couple reels of mine and a buddy that actually gave it to me, so he loved it. He said it was awesome. He said that it made the reel smoother. So I'm hoping to do the same with these. Nice coating. So there's that. Take this guy, put him in. Again, boom, boom. All right, so that is all done. This guy needs to go on. This is just the metal pawl guide. Make sure that is on. Front nose piece. And then I can put the bar on. Just to make it all together. All right, so that's good. Next up is putting the side plate on. Alright, kind of feels weird, but I will put the screws back on. Main frame screws. Again, I wish I would make these Phillips head screws instead of flat heads for some reason. I don't know. Don't like them. Put a little oil on this guy here. Put the washer on. Next up is the compression drag washers. There's 3 of them. That's pretty smooth. It sounds good. Let's see what I can do on the semi-fluid grease, I guess. On this one. Just wipe that off. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's definitely like an oil grease. It's nice. I mean, it's put some in the drag star here where the clicker is, so when it goes around, it'll be good to go. Tighten this bad boy on. I go back. I think with my sticky bandit fingers here, yeah, Home Alone. I must have just picked up something, gear, and just moved it, so I had to reseat it, but it's good to go now. So tighten that guy down because you don't want to over tighten it, or it'll snap, which happens sometimes. The handle back on, and that is it. That is the drag install on a Daiwa Steez Limited. I've got 4 of these reels. Freaking love them. They're all 8-1-to-1. Just awesome reels. Went from stock drag to the nice drag, and yeah, it should just be better. It'll just be smoother and a little bit more bite, even though I put grease on it. Yeah. That's it. Hopefully you guys have a great Christmas. Hopefully you're seeing this before Christmas. But I've got a couple more videos I got to do. And I got some other stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm just so super crammed right now with work, which is great. So I'm going to stick this guy back on here for 2 seconds. right. But yeah, smash that thumbs up, guys. Post down below. Appreciate you guys. Have a good Christmas, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.